Hello, alchemists. Welcome to Stake in the City. This is our single-sided staking pilot program for the Covalent network, and you're going to be part of an exclusive group of alchemists that's trialing out our single-sided staking, which will launch later in the year. So in this campaign, you're going to learn and earn all about what it means to stake in our network, the different types of roles, why this program is important, etc. So I'm joined by Ganesh Swamy, our CEO and co-founder, and we're going to talk a little bit about what Covalent is and why the move. So I guess a good place to get started is if you can give us a little bit of background on Covalent itself and familiarize people.
Sure. So Covalent today is a unified API that's able to pull out balances and positions and historical granular information across dozens of blockchain networks. These networks could be Ethereum, Avalanche, Polygon, Arbitrum, Optimism, Phantom, the list just goes on. And developers really love this API because to move from Ethereum to something like Avalanche, it's literally one character change. You just have to change the chain ID. And the analogy we like to think about is this is a can of tomato sauce and some pasta, and whether you make lasagna or something else is up to the developer. So today, developers are building really interesting Web3 experiences using the Covalent data. This could be investor dashboards like the ones you see on CoinGecko. This could be wallet informations, hosting your NFTs, for example, like the ones you see on Rainbow Wallet, or this could be for taxation information, which is absolutely critical these days here in North America with the likes of Rotkey, which is an open source taxation solution. So a variety of use cases. And I think we've only scratched the surface of what's possible if Web3 data is accessible. So that is what Covalent is today. We've been building it for the past three and a half years, and very excited to see how the next couple of years roll out for the Web3 space.
Fantastic. So Covalent started as a successful SaaS company and started from a point of centralization. So why decentralize? What are the reasons for that, and what can we expect from that?
Absolutely great question. So you're right that we started as a centralized SaaS solution, became profitable last year, and customers were using the data and paying us just like you would pay for Twilio or Stripe or any API service out there. But once we became profitable, I think that's when we were at this fork in the road, deciding what we want to do with Covalent, what the future would unroll for us. So either we could have gone down the centralized SaaS solution provider, which is not a bad thing. There are lots of providers out there that are centralized, or go down the public utility route where we make Covalent open and a public good that anyone can be a part of. And we chose to go down the public utility route rather than building a centralized solution. So we've been building the decentralized network for the past year. So the question is, why decentralized? And for us, it's quite simple. Today, the pendulum is far too much into the hands of for-profit corporations that are holding consumers' data. And these for-profit companies like the Googles and the Facebooks, they claim that all this consumer data is actually an asset on their balance sheet. And what we think is this data should be a liability. They should not be holding onto this data. Canadians and people in the EU should not be uploading their data to American for-profit corporations. So Covalent, the decentralized network, is a way for us to take back control of that data. So that's the path we've taken down to. There are other ancillary benefits with decentralization. For example, we've removed a single point of failure with this. So currently today, with a centralized solution, if our DevOps team is asleep and systems go down, then you have downtime and your critical financial information is just not accessible. With a decentralized network, it's not just Covalent, but dozens of other decentralized third parties who are serving this data, and the uptime could be a lot higher, and the system will be a lot more anti-fragile because of the decentralized nature.